when should you increase the load for hypertrophy training? There are only two scenarios that you might encounter where you should actually increase your load on your hypertrophy sets. And today, we're going to show you how to identify them so that we can add load and have continual progress. Let's jump straight into it with an example of the barbell bench press. And let's say your plan or your program is a basic 3x10 on the barbell bench press. When should you actually increase the load? And this is a very important question to ask because this is the key to unlocking continual progressive overload, which, as we all know, is pretty much the holy grail when it comes to progressive training. So if week one you start the program and you did 185 pounds for one set, but you realized, you know what, maybe that was a little bit light. So you bumped it up to 205 pounds for your first actual set. And let's say for your first set, you got 10 repetitions. You go in for your second set, you only get 9 repetitions, and you get close to or pretty much right at failure. And then in your third set, you go again, you're a little fatigued, and you only get 8 reps. So you went 10, 9, 8. Well, in this scenario, we didn't actually achieve the 3x10 that we were planning on doing, so we would not increase load for the next workout. The next week or day's training would roll around for the bench press, and we would load the same weight. So we'd start with 205 pounds again. This day, hopefully we got a little bit stronger, and we load 205 pounds again, do 10 reps in the first set. That's what we did last week, that's kind of expected. Hopefully this week, we also do 10 reps on the second set. But then maybe on our third set, we still only get 9 repetitions. And again, on this week, we did not check off the box of 3x10 at 205. So we have not unlocked the next weight. So we come back again for week 3 and try it again. Then, hypothetically, week 3 goes like this. First set, 10 reps. Second set, 10 reps. Third set, you really want to hit 10 reps and you get it. That feels honestly so good in the gym when you do that. And you unlock the next weight. On something like a barbell bench press, it would make sense to put 5 pounds on each side, probably the smallest load you have in the gym. And so next week, week 4, you would load 215 pounds because you unlocked the 3x10. Now let's extend this a little bit further. On week 4, maybe you only get 8 reps in your set 1 because it is pretty heavy. On your set 2, maybe you get 7 reps. And on your set 3, maybe you get 7 again. So just follow the same process and keep running it week after week until you unlock the 3x10 at 215. And then you bump it up to 225. But there's actually another scenario where you should increase the weight on the bar that some people don't really think about. So let's say you've been doing this last 3x10 for a few weeks, and you've increased from 205 to 215 to 225, but you keep hitting your head against a wall in 225 for a few weeks. If this happens to you, what you're gonna wanna do is increase the weight because you're decreasing your reps. So maybe now you target 3x8s, and that will allow you to progress again. Or the other situation you might have, if you've done your 3x8s and your 3x10s, and you've kind of stalled out on all of those, we're gonna pull back on the weight. We probably need a deload week where we do a little bit less volume and shift into a higher rep range. So now we can do a 3x12 progression where we go back to our lighter weights of maybe 185 pounds and progress our 3x12s. If you do that for a few weeks, you'll find you come back to your 3x10s and you've made progress. And that is simply when you should increase and decrease the weight you have on the bar for hypertrophy. But a major key here is, in order to do this on all of your workouts, on all of your exercises, you need a plan of what rep ranges to do and when to change them up. So watch this next video where I break down a full 12-week training plan, full with sets, reps, and everything you need to progress for weeks, months, and years to come.